recorded that. I don't know if I hit it. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm making a video today to tell you about my new driver. A lot of you, probably my most popular video was about my custom fit session I got for my new driver. So I got fit for the first time. It was a great experience. I recommend all you guys do it, even just so you can learn a little bit about your game. And these drivers are real expensive now, and we'll get into that later, the cost, and do I think I got my money's worth out of it. But why I had never gone before? I had never gone before because I was a pretty good player that had never really done it. And I didn't think that I could have these amazing gains that, you see other people get. You just think, I'm at a certain level of playing. A lot of the other people I play a lot of golf with just don't do it. We just keep buying the same thing over and over again because we're comfortable. We have a good idea of what our setup is, so we feel like we don't need the custom fitting, which, looking back was really idiotic, right? What were my expectations? My expectations were I was hoping to get something new that would lower the spin. For me, that was the biggest deal. My old setup, the driver, if you watch my video, which I'll link at the end, if you haven't seen it, I'd encourage you to go back and watch it, especially if you're gonna get a driver of your own. It's really good, so you can see what the custom fit experience is like. My old driver was spinning between 4,000 and 4,500 RPMs. And I'm a little bit older now, so all those yards make a huge difference in your game. Like if you can hit 9 iron instead of 7 iron, I don't care who you are, you're gonna shoot lower scores. So what did I get? I got the Callaway Paradigm Triple Diamond 9 degree with the Ventus Velocore Blue. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll link it in the description. And normally in the past, I was in a 70 gram driver shaft, probably on the side of X-Flex. Where my swing speed is, I could go like a soft X. Mathematically, I fit in the X, but I just didn't hit it as good. So my fitter was good enough, and like I said again, if you watch the video, you'll see the process. I hit a ton of different shafts, hit a ton of different stuff, and this one came out the best. What I really wanted to leave with, believe it or not, I was not even thinking about Callaway. I've never owned a Callaway driver in my life, just never been a Callaway guy. I had a set of irons a few years ago, the MB Blades, that were old school that I really liked. So I was open to anything, but I was hoping to walk out of there with the Titleist. I just loved the way it looked. I loved, the classic Titleist look, real clean. I was willing to spend the money. That's what I was hoping to leave with. But the numbers for this were just crazy off the charts. We did go 9 degree and we did add 1 degree aloft. It's funny because after I started hitting this, where with my old setup, which I have right here, I can show you, is the Sim 2, which was a good driver. It was at 9 degrees. The first one I had was at 8 degrees, but I went through some swing changes to help me hit up on the ball a little more, because I had a real steep angle of attack, like, +5 down, +6 down, which has always made me a great iron player, but as the technology changed, made me a terrible driver of the ball. I was just all over the place, put a ton of spin on it. So this setup was a 9 degree, lofted up to 9.75 just so I could close the face a little bit because I was losing everything right. And I had a Hazardous Smoke 6.0 70 gram in here. And going through the fitting, what the fitter realized was even though I could swing the 70 gram, that it was a lot more comfortable for me to swing the 60 gram. So that's why we ended up going into the 60 gram, which turned out to, especially numbers wise, became a really big benefit to me. Gained some miles per hour in club head speed, Ball speed was a lot better with the new product, the Callaway, the Triple Diamond, than it was with the Sim 2. It was dramatic difference. So to give you an idea, the Sim 2, like I said, was at 4,000 to 4,500 RPMs to spin. The Callaway was at 1,900 to 2,200 right out of the get. Before we fine-tuned it with shafts and everything. Watch that driver fitting video. If this is your first time tuning into the channel, watch that driver fitting video and you can just kind of see dramatically what the difference is. So what did the TrackMan show? And that's the most important thing in these fittings. I didn't have a chance to hit any balls outside. It was -20 when I went for my fitting outside. The TrackMan showed pretty much everything I'm seeing on the golf course. I've picked up between 20 and 25 yards of carry, minimum of 15. But one thing that was interesting was that everything on the TrackMan was kind of just a bleed fade. And if anything with the driver in real life, almost hitting a little bit of a draw. I haven't been able to hit a draw with a driver in over a decade, just because the way the equipment's changed, how my swings change. I have made some swing changes over the last couple of years. I took lessons all last year, and it's been a process. But I think now my swing's in a different spot, but it's just amazing. So in reality, how did the club play when I got it, when I paid my money, I got it out in the golf course? It's been fantastic. There was a small learning curve where I'm used to kind of hitting a cut. I went on a golf trip with it. First time I got to hit it outside was down at Cape Cod with some friends of mine on a golf trip. And like I said, I went from hitting a cut almost the last 10 years to hitting a small draw, which was a big learning curve, and I'm still kind of going through that. Has it changed my game? It has changed my game. I am a much more confident driver of the golf ball. I had already this season, I've had one under par 9-hole golf score and one under par 18-hole golf score. And it actually has motivated me to take custom fitting and go to the next level and go with 2 more clubs in my bag. I ended up actually getting a custom fit 3-wood, which I'll talk about in another video, and I got a custom fit hybrid. So the expense of this stuff. So the driver, this Callaway driver, off the rack, you walk in it, you want to throw down your money and walk out with it, stock shaft, 600 balloons, right? That's a lot. It seems like a lot, doesn't it? Like, I remember when we were choking on $299 for a driver, and now you can't even buy a putter for $350. It's just, everything's gone crazy, right? So $699 for the head. The shaft was a massive upgrade. So, and the only reason I did it was it just felt really consistent. It felt really smooth, and now I'm just a big believer in having the best possible shaft for what you do. I play a lot of competitive golf. I play golf almost every single day. I have to take a day off. I take Mondays off just so I have one day off a week of golf. I mean, that's all I do in the summertime is I play golf. So to me, it was worth it. It might not be worth it to you. You might want to save a few bucks. Head 600, shaft 350. They're running a promotion though that you got $100 off. That's so great of them. Isn't that great? $100 off, right? But hey, we'll take it. And it's basically $100 for the fitting. And most places will give you some portion of that money back if you buy a club. So it's an incentive for you after the fitting to order the club, which I did right away. I had no problem forking over the cash. Like I said, I play a lot of golf, and this would be an important piece to my game. It's already showing dividends, right? Would I do it again? I would absolutely do it again. I would encourage any of you guys to do it if you're on the fence, especially if you're thinking about buying a new driver. It's probably the most expensive club in your bag. It can give you the most benefit. Why not go get the most technology that you can out of it and see if it'll change your game? Like I said, I've got a few more videos coming out about my custom fit 3-wood and my custom fit hybrid. Those have been really paying dividends. The 3-wood's probably the best purchase I've made in 5 or 6 years. I think 3-woods are so hard to get one that you really like. So if you find one and you like it and you have the shaft, I mean, you could run that thing for 5 or 6 years based on today's technology. So if you have any questions, hit me up in the comment section. We're at 54 subscribers. Like, subscribe based on the analytics. 80% of you that are watching my videos are not subscribed, and you're watching more than one. So you're liking the content. And if you don't like the content, tell me what I could do better. I'd love some comments. Like, subscribe, give me a comment, and I'll catch you next time.